Hello, Virgo. Let's jump right in and see what the issue is for you as we head into February. 9 of Cups, personal happiness, fulfillment. The Hermit, there you are. You're in your shadow. Rebirth here with that 5 of Wands. And death. Yeah, it feels like February is going to be a big month for you in terms of your personal growth and development here. 9 of Cups, feeling good about where you're headed, and feeling a sense of personal achievement, right? As we head into February, it feels like that's the issue for you. How do we feel about, there's this idea of like moving into or almost like a reveal, Virgo. I'm seeing a reveal party for you, re-entering society in like a glow up kind of way. We have the 8 of Wands, and there you are showing up again in your shadow there. A little bit hesitant, right? We have the 8 of Wands, Devil, and the Lovers here. Interesting. Yeah, this just feels like being very realistic, moving to a place where we're being very practical, right? Seeing both sides, right? And being mindful of that. Knight of Swords, interesting. A little bit of no, actually that just feels like you're evolving. 4 of Pentacles here. Interesting. King of Swords. This idea of we want to hold on to this new perspective that we have. We want to hold on to this version of Virgo as we move forward throughout 2026 here. Let's see what else. Yeah, closing out some sort of loop. It feels like we were giving too much to people, and you've taken time, you've kind of had a personal retreat of sorts, Virgo, where we figured out how to close that loop. And so now it feels like you're re-entering society with a little less baggage, a little less of a sense of responsibility and clarity on people are going to try to take advantage. People are going to want to overindulge. I'm going to want to overgive. I need to understand that there's good and bad in me. There's good and bad in life. There's good and bad in people. And I just need to be able to accept that, right? So again, it just feels like a very practical mindset here of like a new mindset that you're embracing, right? And how can we feel good about that? How can we feel a sense of personal achievement in this new era of Virgo? Interesting. What shouldn't Virgo do? Hierophant, 2 of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. So a little bit of Taurus energy here. Let's get some clarity on that. Judgment, 5 of Cups. The World. 7 of Swords in the shadow there for that. I'm just getting this idea of don't rest on what, don't revert back. Don't linger in what you lost, but I don't see you, Virgo, as losing anything. Perhaps it feels that way. Don't linger in the negative aspect of this, right? You have a very good outlook here. It seems to be very practical. And with that Ten of Swords ending, yes, you might have closed something with this kind of new version of yourself. You might be focusing on all the ways that you overgave in the past, right? And how people or situations let you down, right? Or didn't live up to that expectation. Don't revert back to that. Let's not focus on that, right? Let's put an end to that, because we've put an end to overgiving. We've put an end to doing too much. It feels like you're asserting your boundaries here. And so you've closed that loop. So close that loop, right? Be present in where you're at, right? Let's stick to this mindset here. Let's get some more clarifiers. Yeah, you made your decision. You made your decision here to see where things weren't going the way that you wanted them to. And you took, or you're taking, continuing to take the opportunity to fix it, right? And there's something to be said for taking accountability of how we played a part in that as well. Yes, people took advantage, but Virgo, did you overgive, right? Leading them to a certain expectation of Virgo's just going to keep giving and I'm going to keep taking, because that's the dynamic that we have, right? We don't need to keep reliving that cycle, right? Because you're showing me you close that loop. Four of Cups. Ace of Pentacles here, the Magician, and that Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, we don't want to move backwards is what I'm seeing here. You had so much progress. We looked so good, right? As we're gaining clarity on this, asserting our boundaries, looking at things from a practical standpoint here, and wanting to carry that perspective into the rest of 2026. Don't let anything kind of stumble you up, right? Or stop that forward momentum that you have, because you're showing up looking pretty good here. With that Two of Cups energy here too, it could be that someone from your past, it could be somebody from your past, take that as it resonates, that is coming in and either knowingly or unknowingly trying to stumble you up, or is stumbling you up a little bit as it relates to what you're trying to do to move forward, right? Perhaps the dynamics in the past with this person were way skewed, right? And so where do we find that balance? Yeah. Okay. You are not. This is Virgo 2.0. This is Virgo 2.0. So we are not moving backwards. Okay. That is not on the agenda for this year, my friend. What should Virgo be doing instead? Seven of Swords. Interesting. Two of Swords here. Let's think on this. Interesting. Seven of Swords. Let's address our doubt. Let's address, I wonder if this person is not good for you, or that energy is just bringing you down here, right? Because we have that Seven of Swords here as well. We need to see it for what it is. Yeah, could be Taurus. It could even be somebody that we looked on as a mentor, somebody who we thought highly of, okay? And we need to stop and see, is this still a beneficial relationship? Is this a positive point for me? And really take the time to assess that. I'm seeing that 10 of Swords ending, right? Is there an aspect of this dynamic here that we need to close out because it's just bringing up too much, right? And tempting those scales to tip just when you got them kind of even, right? Because we need to be mindful of how much we give. Knight of Wands, yeah, be Eight of Cups. Be mindful of what you're giving your time, energy, and your attention to, and move forward. Keep moving forward. Like I said, this is Virgo 2.0. We do not have time for things that, you know, require us or demand more than we are willing to give, right? If it doesn't serve us, we walk away from it. Judgment. If it doesn't serve us, we walk away from it. What else here for Virgo? Lovers. Who had this as well? Capricorn, a little bit. This idea of perhaps there's some sort of karmic tie here, right? With whatever this person is that's showing up. And that's why this is so hard. Perhaps that person is coming back, a blast from the past, and has us juggling our priorities all over again. We need to see that for what it is, right? Call that what it is. And I'm smelling bullshit. Okay, Virgo? I think you are too. Anything else here? Oh. Yeah. Take back control. Whatever this situation is or this dynamic here, right? There's a sense of you're not fully in control. And we want to be practical. Virgo, you took that time to realize where your boundaries were, right? And you put everything to bed that no longer served you, cleared up your space so that you could re-enter the world in a sense of strong personal security and personal achievement. And so here somebody is coming in, or some sort of energy is coming in and saying, making you doubt yourself or doubt your progress here, right? And taking you right back to taking all of that work. It threatens to take all of that work that you have done. It threatens to take you right back to the beginning, right? And so we need to acknowledge that for what it is and for the potential that it has to undo what you have worked so hard on. Find that clarity, take back control. Something needs to be put to rest. And it makes sense, right? It makes sense that we are facing a karmic loop here. 7 of Pentacles. What does it take? What are you carrying with you? What is important enough to stick with you to maneuver through, right? You have some new tactics here. You have some new, a new perspective, right? You've assessed who you want to be, what you're carrying with you as you continue through this life. 10 of Wands. Don't let anything stop you. Keep it, what is in the past, in the past. Honor yourself and honor the ending, right? 4 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Yeah, that confusion is there, right? And that Hierophant energy showing up as well. This could be a mentor, or it could be Taurus energy. You know, this could be somebody that you respected a lot, and so it's hard, right? And it makes sense that we're feeling that pause as it relates to this person or this institution, right? It could even be for some of you Virgos that this person helped you to stop overgiving, to help you assert your boundaries. And now that very person or that very institution is asking too much of you, right? Let's get some final thoughts here for Virgo. Heal. Wounds need to be acknowledged before they can heal, especially those unseen. Give yourself the time, space, whatever is necessary to regain your wholeness. Yeah, definitely. You have been on that journey, I feel, Virgo, and you're there, right? Honor that. Honor that. Embrace sensitivity. Appreciating beauty requires sensitivity, a vulnerable feeling. Yet the world needs more sensitivity, not less. Embrace it. Do not deny your emotional needs. Whatever this energy is here, right? It's trying to pull you back away from all of this healing that you did. We need to close this loop. Know you are worthy. Abundance is everywhere around you. Feel worthy and open yourself up to receive the many gifts that await you. That's where we're headed, right? That's where we're headed. Keeping yourself a priority and not getting bogged down in the pressures that other people are placing on you, knowingly or otherwise. You do not have to show up to be anyone else's hero. You are only responsible for looking after yourself, Virgo, right? It's going to be a tough month, I would say, for all of the earth signs here. And confusing. I feel that layer of confusion adding here to the weight of what you're maneuvering through in February, Virgo. Stick with it, right? You did all this work, you did all this healing, all this progress, right? Keep focused on that. And whatever this energy that is coming up or, trying to sabotage all this hard work, don't give it the power to do that, right? Stand in your strength and know you are worthy, okay? Virgo, this is what I have for you as we head into February. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you today and always. We'll see you next time. You take care.